What do you think will happen with prices over the next 15 to 20 years? Bushy, we'll kick it off with you, mate.
20 years, well, as you know, Kevin, you and I have been in the property game about the same length of time. And it's not a year that doesn't go by when I hear people say, prices can't continue to go up. This is never going to happen. It's going to fall through the floor. Time and time again, that's been proved wrong. And the fundamentals are still there. It doesn't change. Yes, we go through cycles and we expect highs and lows and periods where it's pretty flat. But the reality is, from where I sit, given the very simple supply, demand and sentiment indicators, we are going to see continued growth in property. And particularly in the short to medium term, we've got very limited supply. We've got shrinking household sizes, which, just the decrease in household size in recent years is put a 40% increase on the number of houses required just to satisfy the existing population. We've had 620,000 skilled migrants come into the country the last year, and that level of migration, while it'll tail back a bit, is going to be maintained at a reasonably high level. And then we've got a construction industry that's in strife and will be for a while yet. So we're way under-supplying the already very significant shortage of housing that is required. And that's evident in the rental crisis that we're seeing. That's been a long time coming. So in very simple terms, I don't think things changing. It will be fragmented though, and it always has been. So when people talk about the property market, I don't believe there is one, because every area and different location, every property in every street is different from every other one. So there's an opportunity here for those that are very smart about what they buy and where they buy it to continue to do very well in property for the next 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, well said, Bushy. Hey, Rusty, do you want to add something to that? Anything you can add?
No, I'll probably add just on the supply side as well. Yes, we saw that kind of demand happening, and the reason why there's limited supply is because lots of developers probably have got a lot of economic pressures on themselves, what's really going on, and also they've chosen to go for build to rent kind of a thing that is going on. Plus, they're moving towards the bigger infrastructure projects, which probably the government needs it to I guess, promote it. So there's a limited supply plus more demand building up. And coming back to your question, like 15 to 20 years, yes, it's a heterogeneous market. There's no such market. Then long term, this is the thing which is easy for anyone to answer. For the long term, let's follow the long term fundamentals. And that is actually pointing out to a lot more growth. And of course, I mean, if we bring back to the previous point about adjusting for inflation, this is a real asset as a real estate. So this is the biggest hedge, or one of the biggest hedge against inflation. As the government itself is targeting the right level of inflation, properties as a real asset would be actually, the hedge of the inflation would actually rise just from that fundamental point of view. So for someone who want to conserve or the purchasing power, they should be looking at the real asset as a hedge for inflation. So,
Eddie, you want to add some points, mate?
Yeah, just a quick one. I think, to me, it's all about the economy and the attractiveness of Australia, and Australia is attractive in terms of the climate and just the lifestyle in general. In terms of the economy, I mean, mining has always been big. We've got China, and if China slows down, I mean, India will overtake China and potentially be China version 2 for Australia in terms of the mining industry. So I'm very, very bullish in terms of property prices for the next, at least 15, 20, even more.